Hi, let's do server-side tagging for FCAPI. So just sign in with the application, Tagmate application, and go to marketing templates and click on the start project. Okay, so I have already added one of my GTM account, and let's create a project which is required, which is a prerequisite, and click on add new. And there are two type of project. One is client side and server side. So let's select the server side project and let's go with the website URL, and that needs to be entered here. And let's have a project name, server tracking for Tagmate. Okay, so here this is a server container setup, and this is the first you can say a task which has a four step. One is making a server container, then second is server settings, and third is domain and DNS setup, and then fourth is the final container setup. Okay, so that is a pretty much very simple. You hit this button and it will create a server side container into your GTM account which you have configured here. Okay, so I'm just clicking and it will ask me to select a container. So I created a container and I just hit the button and the process has been started. All right, so it's pretty fast. Okay, and this is the container name which is created into GTM account. And what to do now? So container is created, so click on next and you are on step 2. So step 2 is asking for which platform you want to use, because we are making a server side container, so that will be created in the server platform. So we provide two options. One is Google Cloud Platform and other platform, and of course we recommended a GCP server. Okay, so as of now we select GCP, and again asking for two more options. Server ownership, either you can choose our GCP server, or you can you can connect with your GCP server. Okay, but of course it has a benefit if you are using the TechMed server. So I'm selecting our server, TechMed server, and I'm just oh, so I'm arriving on a step 3. Step 3 is about domain setup. Of course, the first part is subdomain. Okay, so we need to set up this. Okay, so right now there are two domain recommendation you can choose, or you can have you know a subdomain name of your own. Okay, so server, let's say 123 Tagmate. I'm just giving a random server name. And yeah, so okay, so it gives me this domain, and this are the DNS record. So in the next step, which is adding the DNS record into your web hosting. Okay, so there might be a different web hosting. Yeah, there are you might have a different web hosting, because I'm using, let's say, Google domains. Okay, and you would have some different web hosting, but the process it's similar. Okay, the UI would be different. Okay, so go to your DNS. Okay, just log in with your hosting and go to the DNS, and then there would be managing the DNS record. Okay, every hosting panel has this uh, feature. Okay, just go to the your last record, and just hit the create new record here. Okay, and just copy this. Okay, and put it over here. Just remove the just remain just enter the name of your subdomain. Okay, and then we have a text type txt, so select txt. Okay, and just copy this and paste here. Okay, add one more and just create one more code. Just copy this over here and select a because it's a type A. Just copy this IP address in here and just everything is fine. Okay, just save it. So custom record are saved in the Google domain. This is my hosting. Okay, so let me check whether it's so uh, here we go. Right, so coming back to here and just hit this validate DNS record. So now it will take some time. Okay, so please do not reload the page while the validation is in progress. So be here, wait for a while. Okay, it would take 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes, depend upon your hosting provider, you know. So this is a mandatory process and we have to follow. Okay, so let's wait. All right, so we have completed the process and it's a final, it's a final step. Okay, so now I'm just clicking this and again Tagmate is creating tagging server. This might take 15 to 20 minutes. So this is again a mandatory process and you have to wait. You may have a coffee. A good coffee is always a good for mind and body, right? So take a coffee, okay, and just wait for a while and Tagmate is doing everything for you. So here we go. Server container is connected. This is the TechMed server container, and this is the container server URL. So the container server URL has been created. Okay. So now there is an instruction in Tech Manager. Navigate to your server container settings and click Add URL button under server container URL labels. Set the value as this. Okay. So just copy this and go to the so I open my Google Tag Manager, so it's directly redirect me over here, and I just need to copy this URL like this way and set the value in the input field and click save button on upper right corner. Once that is done, click next to complete the project setup. Okay, save and save button, and once that is done, they click next to complete the setup. So there we go. So now this is has been done. Okay, the server side, so that is the container settings and all done, as you can see. So this is the entire thing, so we are good to go. Templates. All right, so now this is the second important, you can say, task, which has a three step. uh, Now we have to set up client container and then workspace, and then data platform settings. Now let's in step one, let's select the end of the account. Hmm. And let's select one of the client container. So there are a lot of container available. So now we have selected one of the container, but you can create a new container for your project. So let's create a container. Okay, go ahead, and we have a new container like this way. So this is a client container. It's very unique. Okay, and just click the next button and you will arrive on the workspace. So now in this step, we have a two input. One is select the server workspace. So select the server workspace, and this is a client workspace. I just hit the next button, and here, since we are going ahead with the FKP, so I need a Facebook pixel ID. I can get it from my business manager account, and I already opened it. Okay, so this is my pixel ID, and I just copy here, and this is and one more thing, it's access account. So I go to the access account, access token. So here it's access token. So I need to copy this, and this is access token, by the way. And just click next. All right, so it's done. So are you sure want to go ahead with this configuration? Click go ahead to configure FKP. So I click on go ahead. So on the dashboard, now let's check the project overview. So this is actually server side details. Okay, and this is actually a server side container and its workspace. So now let's try to implement any of the templates. So either you should go clicking by here templates, or you can click it new over here. So you have two types of templates. One is lead templates and sales templates. Basically, e-commerce event templates, and lead templates basically like inquiry type, contact us and all. Okay, so let's try to use my website, the product website, and let's try to track this particular button. Okay, so lead template, and so I'm using a subscribe template over here for easy purpose. So let's say I'm just putting conditions. Okay, so this is my website, and I'm just entering over here, and uh, one more trigger condition I'm adding. So click ID, let's say it contains. So let me just go back and check if it is a ID or not. So this would be my ID. Okay, so let's just pushing this and wait for the process. It would take some time. It would take some time because there are API calling in between the Tagmate and GTM. So it's successfully added. Now let me check whether the tag is created on my client side container. All right, so has been added. Okay, so configuration has been created automatically. Now let's start the preview mode of my server side container. So I started the preview mode on my server side, and as you can see over here, the subdomain is successfully coming. Okay, now let me go back to the my client side container and start preview mode. So let's start the preview mode here, and let's copy the website. So here it is, and let's connect it. So now let's go here. So as you can see, the site pixel has been fired. All right, and let's clear everything. And we are on a website, and just click on this, and let's check it. Start free trial. Click. So here tag has been fired. Okay, so let's check it value. Okay, so everything has been fired over here, and let's go back to the here, and as you can see, so this is the request. Okay, so this is the request we have sent over here, and this is the preview mode of the server side container, and this is the preview mode of the client side container. So let's close it. Okay, and let's check. So now we are into the Tagmate business manager account. So this is my website, and this is a business manager account. And now go to your pixel and go to overview and check the all activities over here and see this event. Okay, so we had a subscribe event and see these activities. Okay, this. So one event received from the browser and one from the server.